Welcome to the Attentive Mind. This is a daily guided meditation practice. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this practice today. Get comfortable. Find a position that works for you. You can sit in a chair. You can be lying down if you need to, whatever. The goal really is to find a spot where you're not liable to move around and shift during the practice. Just find what works. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes. But if you have learned, of course, to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing so, please do that. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and just drop them gently down on the floor or the desk or whatever's just below you. Maybe about a foot away from you. Not too close to your body because then you'll strain. Just a nice light glaze downward. We're not staring at a particular spot and we're not fuzzed out and blurry. We just have a nice light clear gaze directed downwards. You're in a nice comfortable seated position. And a position you want, and your eyes are open and down. Let's begin today's practice by taking 3 deep breaths. We're going to breathe deeply through the nose and exhale gently out the mouth. We make sure that our out breath is about twice the length of the in breath. Ready? In, out. In, out. In and out. Just settle here. And maybe you've come to meditate and you have a lot of experience with it. Or maybe you're brand new and never done this before. But as we begin this practice, it's essential to just let go of the things that hold us to our ideas. And of course, we should start with the idea of meditation. You feel like it's going to make you better, change you somehow. Let's just drop the idea of meditation altogether. Forget doing anything here. We're just sitting here and now. For no reason, no future, no purpose. There is only this. So we just stay here. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. and there's no one to become. There's no one to get better. Just be here now and let go. Maybe you'll notice how the mind doesn't really know how to do this. You keep thinking about the future, meditation, TikTok video. There's this subconscious or sub chatter that seems to be talking to you. And you feel like you're the one doing it. I'm thinking. But when we say to let go, this is what we let go of. The chatter. And the best way to do this, in my experience, is to just pay attention to something that only happens now. Something completely present. And that, of course, is the breath. Find the breath wherever you feel it the most. You can feel it in the lower belly, the chest, the tip of the nose, or all of it at once. Instead of following this next thought, follow the gentle rhythm of the breath. And allow this to happen by itself. Do this with zero effort. And I'm probably catching you thinking, forgetting the project of remaining with breathing. But this is no problem. Gently return to the breath, rising and falling. Stop planning. Leave it alone. Return to breathing. Rising and falling. Come back. Come back to the breath. Let your thoughts keep running on and on and on. Just leave them alone. Maybe I'm catching you thinking now. But instead of returning to the breath here, move your attention towards the one thoughts are talking to. In the same way you moved your attention to the breath, find the one that hears this voice. What notices the chatter? Gently turn your attention towards the one that notices thinking. What do you discover? Is there a thing there, noticing thoughts? Is there something there that creates thinking? You can find the breath with attention because the breath is there. Can you find the one thoughts are talking to? Look carefully. All right, you can look at the screen. Got a question today. All right. Morning. Good morning. Will these meditations be good right after you wake up? Seems difficult. The mind is racing. The body is energetic. Or would a closed eye meditation be best? Well, there's two questions there. First question, now. The answer is now. You do it now. Don't wait. Should I do it in the morning? Should I do it in the middle of the day? Should I do it after work or should I do it before work? What if I do it before I work out? After I work out, no, I'm too tired after that. Then it won't work out. Just stop. Do it now. Don't get attached to the thinking of it, of when you got to plan it out to your thing. Remember, I always say, meditation never stops. This isn't a practice for particular points of the day. We do it in particular points of the day, like this, what we're doing here. But you want that line that we create between our practice and the rest of our life to be completely blurred. It never ends. You punctuate your day with instances of the insight of selflessness, of this moment. Wondering if you should do it at this time or that time or whatever. Really, it's a distraction. Just do it. Don't wait. Now, that's the first answer. The second answer is, if you're overly tired, like when I used to practice with my teacher, we would wake up at 4 a.m. to practice, and it was very difficult, but you get used to it. But when I moved back to the States and tried to practice in the same way, it was just very difficult with work and everything. And it was just, I would just be falling asleep. I'd be practicing, and I couldn't get out of it. And so it was useful to kind of shift that over to later in the day. So a little bit more of a practical advice, just find really what works for you. You'll know when it's easiest for you. So if you're too energetic in the morning, I guess, and your mind's too crazy and you find it difficult to let go of thinking, maybe use that as a practice, because it'd be good to let go of thinking at any moment. Even in your extreme pain and dying, you let go of it. So it might be a good practice for you to practice then, but really just find what works for you. That's really the advice here. No, the advice is do it now. Don't wait. The other part of your question, should you practice with your eyes closed? Again, the point about practicing with the eyes closed or open, the reason I practice with the eyes open is because first, I learned that way. But second, it's also another good tool to notice if you're lost in thought or not. Because if you don't see the floor because you're thinking about some fantasy in some future, you'll notice that the floor kind of disappears. You're not there. It's kind of like daydreaming. But when you notice that you're not seeing the floor, then come back. My teacher during the practice would always say, the floor is clear. Come back. But really open, close, not a big deal. The eyes open, it's easier to blur that line from a formal meditation practice in the rest of our life because our eyes are open during our day. When you're driving, you're eating, you're working, you're talking, whatever, your eyes are open. And you don't want to have to be like, okay, I need my secluded spot at this particular time in order to be free from thinking. No, it happens now. As you look at this video, it happens now. So don't wait. Just let go. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please ask. Thank you for showing up today, and thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.